afternoon. Welcome to the evening forecast discussion for October 4th, 2011. It's currently 2:32 p.m. and we have a few showers still rotating through Connecticut and much of Long Island. This is basically the back end of our upper level low, and it's slowly exiting to the east, but through this evening we'll continue to have a threat for widely scattered to scattered showers over the eastern portions of the Delaware River Valley, down through eastern portions of the New York City metropolitan area, especially like around the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. I think as you move more towards Manhattan and Richmond County or Staten Island and much of New Jersey, you end up with dry conditions for the rest of this evening. But this is the last batch of showers for this evening, and by 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., we'll have a significant dry out throughout this region. And that's going to be it for rain showers. This is it. The upper level low exits, and then we have high pressure and control for a very long period of time, which, quite frankly, we deserve. I mean, it's been pretty nasty the past couple of weeks. So high pressure is going to start to build in, but we're going to deal with some winds first. Let's take a look first at the visible satellite picture, and you can see our upper level low very clearly. It's really impressive how it's rotating through and exiting out. You can see it well defined here. Plenty of moisture over the Atlantic, and that's starting to spill into portions of New England and work its way down through Connecticut. But again, this is all exiting to the east. But notice how the clouds are kind of tightening up here. This is because of what we call convergence and confluence aloft. And when we get that happening, what happens is high pressure starts to strengthen. And that's important because when we look at the forecast, here we are this afternoon, should I say, as we move into this evening, our upper level low exits. Dry air is building in clearly. A few lingering showers still possible, but nothing major. But notice the pressure gradient here as we move forward. Now it's somewhat organized here, a little bit tighter, but not significantly so. But as we move into tomorrow morning, notice that pressure gradient gets a lot more intense. And that's because our area of low pressure in the Gulf of Maine moving towards the Canadian Maritimes is strengthening while our high pressure over the Hudson Bay starts to build south. And that produces a northwesterly wind anywhere around 10 to 20 miles per hour for late tonight into tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning it will be a little breezy. It's nothing severe, but I just don't want you to be caught off guard if you walk outside and the winds are blowing at 15 miles per hour. You're expecting temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, but they feel like they're the upper 30s because of the winds. So be on guard. Look for windy conditions for tomorrow morning. By the time you get your lunch by tomorrow afternoon, those winds start to subside as the high pressure system takes full control. Notice by tomorrow evening the pressure gradient is a lot more lax, and as a result the winds are around 5 to 10 miles per hour from the northwest, nowhere near as bad as what we had. And notice also we have plenty of dry air driving into the northern mid-Atlantic. A dry, cool, comfortable polar air mass taking control throughout the northern mid-Atlantic. And you can see that high pressure system remains in control through this week into the weekend, into early next week. By the middle of next week, we're going to keep an eye on this area of low pressure. Now, the European model guidance is putting a lot more weight on this than the GFS right now. But when you look at the end of this forecast here by Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, you can see that there is a disturbance here along the eastern Gulf of Mexico. It's somewhat tropical. There are some tropical characteristics and cold core anti-tropical, or should I say extratropical characteristics with this disturbance that we're going to keep an eye on. But clearly it's something that is loaded with moisture, and when it becomes interacted with this trough here, it could lead to some trouble. But that's a while off. Enjoy the weather through this weekend. Don't worry about this just yet. There's a lot of things to work out here before we start getting concerned about this setup here with this trough and this disturbance. But of course, the way the year has gone so far, it wouldn't surprise me if these two hook up and then create a lot of rain for late next week. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. That is the evening forecast discussion for October 4th, 2011. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent evening.